What's going on, Button Mashers? I'm Mr. Gamer.
And I'm Kitty Duvall.
And welcome to SBR Reports episode 64. Minecraft falls from the apple tree and the PS5 is coming.
But did they really fall?
Well, okay, so they didn't so much fall as Microsoft said, yeah, no, give me that, we're done. You can deal with all the other.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes, we are.
So, to start us off, we're going to talk about Pokemon Go because apparently last month they made almost $85 million. I'm upset. I predicted this thing to fail, and now I've been proven wrong. That makes me look like a liar. I don't like being turned into a liar, do you, Mr. Gamer?
I'd rather not be. There's enough other people doing that in the world, but $85 million.
So Niantic Labs Pokemon Go pulled around 84.8 million USD dollars, USA monies, in September, according to a report from market intelligence provider Sensor Tower released on Wednesday. The free-to-play game had essentially has seen a revenue of $2.01 billion since it released in 2016.
Now, just to put that into perspective, Fortnite took 200 days to reach that same milestone. Now, one thing to note, Pokemon has been out a whole lot longer than Fortnite. Let's also make sure that's put out there too. But I remember when we couldn't stop talking about Pokemon Go, though we were really, really trying.
Yeah, see, the thing is what Pokemon Go, we all thought it was going to be a fad. But now that they're adding more Pokemon, including Sinnoh regions, I think that's what I heard last time.
Not only that, but you also have the Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu on the Nintendo Switch.
Let's see. They have...
So, yeah, you were definitely not going to be... It's not going anywhere.
They've had, 8.86 million downloads this... a million times since last month.
Oh, boy. I mean,
2018 has been good to Pokemon Go.
Man,
it's been good to Niantic.
I remember those. I just remember the memes. I remember the RIP Pokemon Go, and then they did actually finally give us trading, and then, honestly, I think, and then they did have a successful Pokemon Go Fest their last Pokemon Go Fest was actually successful. So.
Oh, I thought, because the only one I keep thinking about is the one they had in Chicago. That was so bad.
This last Pokemon Go Fest was actually successful. So, hey, Niantic, good on you. I mean, let's keep it up. Maybe next thing you know, we'll actually, I don't think they're actually going to be giving us PvP battles. I'm pretty sure it's just going to stick with the PvE. My apologies. For those of you who do not know, PvE, player versus PvE, which is player versus everyone. I do believe that they're going to keep to the PvE sort of format and keep up. Because, I mean, their moneymaker is people going into the raids and then paying the money for the extra raid passes or getting those Pokeballs because you know you're not going to be getting them, or paying for those potions because, not enough...
Pokestops.
Thank you. Not enough Pokestops, so, you know.
Yeah, because I know Chicago's riddled with them.
Well, I mean, we have a whole lot of popular landmarks, but go someplace like, Macomb, Illinois, and good luck.
Who?
I went to school there, Miss Duvall.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I don't remember these places.
Thanks.
I'm a filthy urban kid.
I'm gonna not continue on with a comment that I was thinking of in relation to that. Anyway. All right. Next up, we have Microsoft's Project X Cloud, because if it doesn't have X in it, then it's not extreme.
So it's not MySpace?
Big X, little X, Elite Hacker, little X, big X. I don't know. So this is obviously something that Microsoft has been hinting out for a while now, but now we have what they're going to be giving out as the future of Xbox game, which seems to be the ability to play it on almost any device. Now, please note how I space those words out as I am saying them to you, because to be able to play what would be a very good looking game on perhaps the Xbox One X and then to play it on a phone or something is a little
yeah, I mean,
weird.
I know technology's got to the point that we're Apple and Samsung are pretty much having a dick measuring contest, but
Well, so here's my thing though. So before we had covered that in Japan, Nintendo Switch games are being streamed that can't completely play them. And let's just say Halo, let's say the original Halo, Combat Evolved. Can you really imagine playing that? I mean, mind you, it'll be a Bluetooth connected controller, blah, blah, blah. But can you imagine trying to play something like that, but on your phone? Now, because
not at all.
Because I imagine that the screen would have to be, for you to truly see what's going on, your screen would have to be similar in size to the Switch. I mean, Fortnite, in comparison, has a very minimal UI, but I'm not seeing this.
This is something that would work for games that aren't shooters or Fortnite. Like, honestly, I don't know what type of games are on Xbox because I'm just not an Xbox fan head, but it's like, I don't see this being very lucrative.
Well, okay. In the console, aside from the fact that Microsoft has the Xbox One X, which is the upper crust of the consoles.
Never letting that go.
Never.
I'm
kind of, I guess if you wanted to play something a little bit better than what you can have on the Switch, then okay, because as we know, the Switch is not the most powerful, but you could take it anywhere. And I guess this would be Microsoft's answer to be able to take your games anywhere, except it could be your Xbox games. And I'll admit there are some Xbox games that I would like to play, but I am definitely I'm a little bit concerned about this. Xbox doesn't really have the library for something like this. Like, what are you going to be giving us to be able to play on a tablet that, by the way, is going to have to be a pretty powerful tablet, or the most powerful phone that is available right now, the Samsung Note 9, specifically made for Fortnite. And no, this podcast is not sponsored by Fortnite at all, or Epic Games,
or Samsung.
But if you totally wanted to, I'd be cool with that. Anyway, oh man,
you're so shameless.
Of course, but yeah, going back to the Project X Cloud.
So my other thing, and then this was brought up in the Forbes, is in the article, it's like they still want to do they still want to make consoles, but they're also saying that this is going to be console quality. That is a huge promise. Because I don't know a lot of people who have console quality tablets and phones and stuff.
Well, like I said, this is going to have to be some pretty powerful equipment. I can't imagine that you're going to be able to take your Kindle Fire or anything like that and play League or anything like that. I do sincerely doubt something like this is actually going to be... Well, you know what? I think we should definitely take a step back, Ms. Duval, because we also didn't think that Pokemon Go would be going on for as long as it has been, or doing as well as it has been doing. And well, it's a good thing we're not betting gamers.
I mean, I'm not. I don't know about you.
I don't do that because that is less than optimal. But continuing on with our wonderful news about Microsoft, so. For those who have been wonderfully enjoying Minecraft on your Apple TV, I am sorry to say, but Microsoft has now ended the support for Apple TV, for the Minecraft on the Apple TV. The app has been pulled from the App Store and it will not receive any further updates, though you can still play it. Any purchases that you've made within 90 days of the announcement will be refunded. So it's... I'm going to say it's a bit of a sting, but then again, I don't own an Apple TV, so I can't necessarily see this.
Can you explain why they decided to pull this?
So it does seem as if Sorry, tried to...
You're so dramatic.
Okay, forgive me. I had something in my throat, so shoot me. So it really seems as if what they being Apple were trying to do with the Apple TV launching as a game platform has been kind of less than optimal, in considering the fact that the developers of the video games would also have to try to support the Siri remote. And though the company tried to backtrack from that, the damage was already done. And it's one thing to say, hey, here's your... And I'm just going to have to go back to the Nintendo Switch, where it's like, yes, you have this, you are locked within the box of the Nintendo Switch, but at least you don't have to try to support the Siri remote. Ugh. I'm sorry. And I should definitely try to be more impartial with this one, but considering the day that I've just had with Apple devices, I can't even.
Man, speaking of can't even with Apple devices, guess what's coming to iOS?
Stardew Valley.
Oh, man.
Now, if you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, great, this is going to be where I have to wait for so long to be able to go get my crops and it. No, none of that. None of that at all. The full game will be available on iOS for only $8 with no microtransactions. Let me repeat that. The full game will be available on iOS for $8 with no microtransactions. What?
So if
What?
you have an iOS system but decided you're carrying around your Nintendo Switch is not feasible, but you still want to play Stardew Valley, you can do that on October 24th.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you, Bud Mashers. I saw that, and I'm like, man, if I had an iPhone, I would probably do that.
Okay, but you did have an iPhone. You know what happened when you had an iPhone?
I was sad.
You were sad.
I sipped the iPhone Kool-Aid.
Ooh, you're all like, look at this, Kitty Duvall. Look at this, Miss Duvall. Look at this. And I'm just looking at you like,
yes, I know. Yeah, that was a bad time in my life. Yes, I admit I was not. Yeah, can we go? Can we move on?
No, you're going to send in your same. In the breaks.
But yes, I am actually happy about this. It is nice to see. It's really nice to see that sort of game to be able to just be played on the phone. Though I will say, you know what this kind of makes me wonder? How further we can go with this, because do you know another indie title that's available on mobile?
Who?
The Binding of Isaac.
Oh.
You know, that wonderful little video game where you're a kid whose mother had a message from God and tried to kill him, and your weapons are your tears.
Yeah, it sounds like my childhood.
Miss Duval.
I'm sorry, was that too dark? Did it get dim in here?
That was...
I need a
Man,
hug.
you need something, man.
Obviously, I need something.
Okay, but yes, going back to the lighter of the topics, October 24th, for those who are on iOS, I get this game. Get Stardew Valley. Hopefully the new iPhones have a decent enough battery life, because you will be playing this.
Oh, yeah, because
all the new iPhone models are out now, so this makes sense that this will come out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Huh. I guess they're trying to technically do a Samsung without doing a Samsung?
Well, I mean, they can't do Fortnite, and they really can't go to Minecraft, so, I mean, Stardew Valley is a pretty cool game, so why not?
It doesn't look like something that would be hard to port either, so...
Yeah, I do. They did mention something that the touch controls were, you know, a bit of a hurdle, but I'm still all for something like this. And for those who do have those really weird PSN names, you know, Big X, Little X, you know, Reaper Slayer 29, Little X, Big X, you will be able to change that.
Nani?
Well, okay. Let me preface that. Not for free. All right. So,
those bastards.
Sony announced that PlayStation 4 players will finally be able to change their PSN Online ID from early 2019 with a trial period in November this year. This feature will be available in the PlayStation Preview program in November, rolling out publicly next year. The first name change will be free, but to discourage abuse, yeah, okay. Each further name change will cost you $7.99 or $3.99 if you are a Plus subscriber. You'll be able to display your old username along with your new one for friends to recognize you online.
So if you made a PSN account back when you were a children and you named yourself Fartmaster 3000, you can finally change it.
Because you've grown up and you've matured and now you're Fart Sensei 2019.
And your boss wants to add you.
Okay, I would, yeah, you know what? I'm good.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Are you scared your boss is gonna beat you in some whatever you kids play on PlayStation?
Whatever you kids play. Okay, the age difference isn't that much, Miss Duval. Anyway. So, the welcome news for online ID changes comes after Sony relented on its stance on cross-play. And by that, people were sick and tired of Sony being the only ones not letting everybody else play in their sandbox. So, now you can change your name on your PSN network ID, which, when you think about it, to be able to have everything linked across the different platforms may not be a bad idea. First one's free, and you just have to pay for the next ones. I don't think this is necessarily such a bad idea. I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah, but, honestly, y'all, please, don't waste your one free card. Don't be that person. Don't be changing your name every other month and dropping coins just because 1 month you're feeling like Shaq Fu and the next month you're feeling like Spooky Boots.
Spooky. Did you just say
It's
spooky?
like when people change their names on Twitter. By the way, I have a Twitter now for SBR.
Ah, yes. I'll be sure that is definitely in this podcast.
Oh, God. But yeah, it's like when people change their name on Twitter for Halloween month or for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Yeah, that cheesy stuff.
And another thing that Sony is bringing us, possibly, okay, we know it's coming. We just have very little details, but the PlayStation 5.
Bum, bum, bum. Pound it.
That was not planned at all. So, Sony CEO Kenshiro Yoshida, in an interview with the Financial Times, said that they are working on a successor to the PS4, but stopped short of calling it the PlayStation 5. What are they going to be calling it? The PlayStation 4i or something like that?
No, it's going to be the PlayStation Y. You know how you have X? We're going to be PlayStation Y instead of Xbox One X.
Okay, they're not going to do that because you're going to be getting everyone saying Y. PlayStation Y.
Precisely.
No, I don't think...
The memes would be glorious.
I really do hope they don't do something like that. That's going to be...
Memes sell products, let's face it.
Well, yes, I know, but they're still a company and they should... Okay, never mind. I'm thinking about Wendy's Twitter. Never mind. But
there's my point.
Now, unfortunately, we don't have any other details with this. Sony is actually doing fairly well right now, and to, I guess, in so many words, tease a new console, I guess, would be. I don't really know what that's even really going to do for them, to be completely honest with you. I mean, there isn't going to be much said about it. I mean, I can imagine that just like with the PS4 now, and actually with Xbox, with the Xbox S and X, and then the PS4 and PS4 Pro, I mean, how much more graphics are you going to try to cram into the PlayStation 5?
That's a good question. I do like the fact that they're teasing it, and they are saying that it's probably not going to come out until 2021, which makes sense.
Okay, but to be honest, 2021 isn't that far away.
I'm just sad they didn't go with 2020 so we can make all the 2020 visions.
Oh my goodness.
Jokes.
Can we not? But
you like puns.
I do like puns. But we are supposed to be getting a new Switch model as well. Obviously, Nintendo's been tight-lipped about that, and we have zero details about that too. But we are supposed to be getting something about that as well. So
I'm surprised I haven't seen any leaks as much as people love to hack Nintendo.
Well, I think that Nintendo is actually doing stuff like that on purpose. They know exactly where the people look for those leaks, so they'll put them there when they want you to know.
That's fair. It's like every time they release a Pokemon demo, knowing damn well people are going to hack it to see all the new Pokemon.
Like people have gone inside the metadata of the Nintendo eShop. If they want to know about it, people will find a way.
Cause y'all nosy.
I mean, people want what they want. Man, all I'm thinking about is Stardew Valley right now. I should totally pick that up on the Nintendo Switch, but then I'm not even finished with Hyrule Warriors, and then, well, I'm almost finished with Mario Party. But yeah, you guys should definitely go and bother Miss Duval. I know that I'm going to now that she finally has a Twitter, and it is, what's the Twitter handle again, Miss Duval?
Okay, because someone had made this use Kitty Duval. And was all like,
you just sound so mad.
They had this, and they haven't posted anything since 2010. But it's at Duval Kitty.
You just sound so mad.
I am upset.
I can tell. Oh my goodness. Well then, man, all right then.
But yes, it's new, so you guys can come bug me if you don't want to bug Mr. Gamer, or I can just send him your way.
Yes, my Twitter handle did change, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So that it can be simpler across all of the different social medias that I have to manage. So my new Twitter handle is SBR Mr. Gamer. No underscore, nothing weird, like SBR Mr. Gamer. Boom. Simple.
Is gamer spelled the right way or the...
Yes, it's gamer, not the elite hack way. It's SBRMRGAMER. Boom. Simple.
Why do you sound mad?
I'm not mad or anything like that, okay?
Oh, I know I roasted you on your Twitter handle.
So help me. I'm definitely not thinking... Okay, you know what?
And Brianna roasted you on your Twitter handle.
So help me. All right, then. With that being said... This is Mr. Gamer.
And this is Kitty Duval.
Signing off.